Hi, so this is Michelle from mypursestrings.com. And if you've been following my blog for a while or getting my newsletter, you probably already think that I have a Dyson AirWrap because I've been talking about it nonstop for maybe 2 years or so, possibly more. I think more, maybe 3 or 4 years. Anyway, since it first came out. But as you know, it's a splurge and I just wasn't really prepared to spend the money. So in the US, this goes for $549 and up once you get the attachments plus shipping and tax. So it's a lot of money. And so I've been researching the best ways to find a way to save because really these never go on sale. And I have a blog post, which I'll link below, which shows like 13 ways to save. And the biggest way I saved, which I didn't think I was going to do, is I actually bought the Dyson AirWrap refurbished from Nordstrom Rack. You can also buy it from Dyson refurbished, and I'll get into why you would want to do that and why you wouldn't. So the reason my hair is like this is because I've been anxiously awaiting this delivery. I've been counting the days and I knew it was arriving. My hair was so dirty. I finally washed it. I'm excited to use this. So I'm going to try to do this in as little takes as possible, just so I can actually get to use it. But I wanted to show you the unboxing from the beginning. Okay, so the first box I'm opening, like I said, I think it's probably just the free gifts that you get from Sephora, but I will open them up. I could be wrong. Let's see what's inside. Oh, I was wrong. These are going to be the long barrel attachments. So one attachment is in here. Does it say which one? This is the 20 mm, I should know that, millimeter. And I don't know if it's the 1.2 or 1.6, but this is one of the long barrels. And this is the other one, the 30 millimeter. So the long barrels are in these boxes. These are new. These are not refurbished. So these should be in, new condition. And I will open those up in a bit. In here is the refurbished Dyson AirWrap. I'm opening this very, very carefully because a woman on YouTube opened it and she took a scissor to it, and I know it comes in a nice leather case, like a carrying case, and I know she sliced it when she did it. So I'm opening it very, very carefully and we will see what is inside. All right, good. I did not damage it. Okay, it's heavy, so give me a second. Okay, it's just a normal box. You don't get the actual Dyson box. And this is the case. It is very heavy. So it says Dyson. This is in perfect condition. This looks like it's never even been touched. No fingerprints, literally nothing on it. Okay. When I open it up, see if you can see that. Oh, there's another Dyson leather protection. Okay. See that? So I'm going to remove that. And here I get the actual directions. All right, so I'm very, very curious to see what condition everything's in. Fingers crossed, it's in excellent condition. Okay, and before I go a little further, I will tell you why you may or may not want to order from either Dyson Refurbished or from Nordstrom Rack or wherever you find it. eBay also, there's a Dyson store there. So the good thing is you save a lot of money. So this was, I think it was $100 off. So this is the AirWrap Complete, and $100 is really a significant amount. What you're giving up though is you only get a 1-year warranty from Dyson rather than a 2-year warranty. I do have to say there is a Dyson repair center right down my street and they seem really nice. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like if I needed help, they probably would help me. I've brought my vacuum there and they fix things within seconds, where when I've sent it out to Dyson, it takes weeks or even months to fix. So I kind of did have that in the back of my head. But you only get a 1-year warranty. The other thing, which is really important and could be a deal breaker for a lot of you, is that you can't return this. So while you can return, you know, certain stores have better return policies. Sephora has a great return policy. I think it has 60 days, but you can't return it. But I feel like if I don't like it, it's such an in-demand item, I could probably sell it. So anyway, so this is just on top. And then what do I see inside? Okay, so let me bring up each piece close to you and we'll see what kind of condition everything's in. Okay, I'll start with the actual. The actual Dyson, or whatever you call this. I mean, okay, that looked like a scratch was actually just a piece of like lint or something. So this, to me, to my eyes, I don't see anything on it. Like really, this to me, if you told me it was brand new, I'd believe you. Okay, the wires here, tags, everything. Okay, I do have a letter saying it's been refurbished. It's been cleaned, replaced, and tested. And in short, it's everything a Dyson AirWrap styler should be. Starting the day you bought this AirWrap styler comes with a 1-year limited warranty. Okay, and I can register it. And I do encourage you to register Dyson items because I talk about this in the blog. Dyson has a really good rewards program. You have to ask to be in that separately, but once you register an item, you are eligible to get 20% off on some of their products at certain times. So anyway, this is the certified letter. Well, not certified in the mail, but certified. Here's the directions in here. This again is just the piece where it sits. I mean, it looks, I don't know. It looks fine. Okay. This is the dryer attachment. I mean, does it look good to you? It looks fine to me. Looks really fine. Okay. Brush attachment. You don't want anyone's hair in there. This is, well, they say a lot of these refurbished products have never even been used. Sometimes they're just opened or they think something's wrong with it. They send it back to Dyson and they get it to work. So anyway, that's one of the brush attachments. There's a firm brush attachment and a smoothing brush attachment. Here is another one. Okay, this is the one that's similar to the Revlon Volumizer One Styler, which I've been using. And I have a blog post on that because I've been using it for years. So these bristles, you know, are kind of soft. The bristles for this one, you know, this has the little balls. And this just basically doesn't have the little balls on the ends. Okay, so now these are going to be the four, I guess the 4 wands. Is that what they're called? The 4, you know, the 4 attachments that come with it. So there's 2 that are the same size. They have an arrow on it because one is right and one's left, and most people kind of curl away from their hair. So here are the 2. I'm not using these because if what I think is right, when I've watched all these videos, the long ones are going to be the ones that work for me. Okay, so here's another one. And here's another one. I don't know. So to your eyes, do these look fine? I mean, this looks absolutely fine. The case is clean. It even comes with, you know, one of these things inside. So far I haven't tested it to see if it works, but assuming it works, I'm pretty happy with the way things look. Now I need to figure out how to put everything back, but I'll do that later. So I'm going to put everything inside. And now we're going to open, now we'll open the longer ones and I'll show you the differences between those. The one thing I know for my hair, it's coarse and it's heavy and it's pretty long, is that I think I really need the long barrels. And I think a lot of times when people actually, you know, don't like the product, a lot of times people actually do once they switch to using the long barrels. Closer inspection, you'll see one of the boxes where it says that it's 30 millimeters. It's 1.2 inches. And so one of these is 1.2 inches. And then in this one, oh yeah, the 20 millimeters is the 0.8. So that's smaller to make a tighter curl. And one of the reasons I got that is because I've heard that a lot of people say the curls fall. So I thought if it was a little tighter in my hair, it might look better. And my hair is kind of big and wavy anyway, and I don't really need the volume. I just kind of want it to look like beachy. So between these two, I'm hoping that I'll achieve that look. All right, so unlike the refurbished, when I open those cardboard boxes, I get boxes inside. So that's what I'm also missing out buying it refurbished, but I honestly don't care about that. All right, so this one here that I'm opening first is, I mixed them up. This is the 20 millimeter. So this is the 8-inch around. And this will be for the tighter curl. So let's see. And again, it comes with two because you're supposed to do one side of your head and then you do the other side of your head. Okay, and these also come like really nicely wrapped because it's brand new. These were $39 each, not each, but for the set. So $39 and $39. And I had Sephora credit, so I actually didn't pay for these. Okay, so this is the long barrel. And the reason you want the long barrels is because your hair will go all the way around. And my hair, you can't see it now, but is pretty long. So let's compare it to these. Okay, it's much longer. Okay, and this is the other one, the other Dyson attachment, also much longer. Okay, so these are to achieve the tighter curl. If I don't like these I can return because I got these from Sephora and these are brand new and you can return it at any time. Okay, now I will show you the next one. And this one should match up, you know, the diameter with one of the ones that came with the AirWrap. Okay, so here are these two. Okay, so let's see. Yes, so this is the same size. This is let me put one of these down. Okay, so you can see the difference in size. It's almost double the size. Okay, so again, I think I'm going to be using this and not these. Maybe for I have a little bit of fringe in the front, so maybe I'll use it for the front. But I'm planning on using the long barrels. So these obviously are in perfect condition. I have to see how I'm going to fit these in the case. But anyway, I'm going to try the hair dryer for a minute and just make sure it works because yes, it's refurbished, but I mean, if it doesn't turn on, that's an issue. So, I don't know. My feeling is they've tested it. It's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. So I feel good about saving $100. I also had a lot of gift cards. So like I said, read the blog post, but I really did not pay much for this at all. So let me turn it on and I'll be back in 1 minute. And this is my hair before. So I will show you this. It's thick, it's coarse, it has a mind of its own. So this is with no product in yet. But I'm excited. Okay, so I used the hair dryer. My hair was pretty air dried before. And then I also, I used one of the brushes. I'm not even sure which one, just whichever one I put in. So my hair is pretty dry and I'm gonna start the curling part now. You see I have these crazy cowlicks. My hair is doing whatever, but I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, so this is my first attempt. The hardest part is definitely the back to get, so I need to practice that. But overall, I actually think I'm pretty happy. Looks a little Farrah Fawcett-y, but I'm good with that. And I know I said I wasn't gonna do a video, but I did. I definitely have to practice. But overall, and I have some frizzies on top, but I could take care of that. Overall, I like it.